Welcome back to the channel. Today, history is on trial. It is not just Nnamdi Kanu standing before a judge. It is Nigeria's entire justice system. July 18, 2025, after weeks of tension, secret filings, and threats behind closed doors, the courtroom doors have opened again, and inside, DSS is there. The lawyers are ready. The people are watching. What will happen today in Abuja could change everything. In this video, we will take you inside the court walls, into the legal filing, into the mind of the judges, and into the fear inside DSS. You will understand why today's trial matters more than ever and what the outcome could mean for Nigeria. Why today's trial is different. For over 1,000 days, Nnamdi Kanu has been held in DSS custody, but today is different. Why? Because this is the first time since June 19 that the court is sitting with multiple legal motions already on the table, motion that the DSS cannot run away from. Here is what's different. The lawyer have submitted new complaints that accuse the DSS of defying court orders. They are demanding that Cano be either granted immediate bail or move out of DSS detention to a regular prison where he can be properly treated like every other citizen. And most importantly, they are asking the judge to strike out the entire case if the federal government continues to disobey past rulings. This is not an ordinary court day. This could be the day Nigeria is forced to choose justice. The motion that could collapse the trial, one of the biggest surprises in today's trial, is a new motion filed by one of the counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, just a day ago. In that motion, the legal team made it clear you cannot keep a man in a custody for years, block his lawyers, block the press, and still call it a fair trial. They are now invoking something very powerful, the principle of abuse of court process. Here's what that means. If the court finds that the DSS ignore court orders, or that the charges are politically motivated, or that the detention is inhuman and unlawful, then the judge can strike out the case immediately and set Cano free. Yes, you hear that right. Today's trial could end with a total dismissal. That is why the DSS is panicking, because they know what is coming. DSS games exposed, will they delay again? Let's not forget what happened in the last court session on June 19. DSS arrived late, they blocked journalists, they restricted access, and even worse, they tried to prevent Kanu's lawyer from speaking freely with him. This is part of a familiar pattern. Every time a crucial hearing comes up, the DSS tries to confuse the court, delay proceedings, or say security issues. But this time, the legal team came prepared. They brought strong documents, they brought photographic evidence of DSS misconduct, and they are ready to challenge any excuse the DSS bring today. This means if DSS try the same trick again, the judge will have to decide whether to continue protecting the security service or finally stand for justice. Pause for a second. If you believe Cano deserves a fair trial, drop emoji of love in the comment. If you are watching from Aba, Onitsha, Enugu, London, Germany, drop your location below and say hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now. And please like, share, and subscribe so this message spread before the mainstream media twist the story. Why the legal team is confident today. When we spoke with lawyers last week, they didn't sound afraid. In fact, they sounded confident. Why? Because they now have three major court rulings on their side. ECOWAS court ruling 2022 saying Kanu's rights were violated and he should be released. Kenya High Court ruling 2023 affirming that Cano was kidnapped, not legally extradited. Nigeria Appeal Court ruling October 2022 stating that the federal government violated procedure by bringing Cano back without due process. These rulings are already on record. All that's left is for today's judge to have the courage to enforce the law. And with cameras watching, the world will know if he chooses justice or fear. IPOB's warning before trial day. Just 24 hours before today's trial, IPOB released a bold and emotional statement. They said, if the court continues to delay justice, the world should no longer call Nigeria a democracy. That statement is powerful because IPOB is no longer just agitating, they are documenting, recording, and watching. They are warning we will not take the law into our hands, but the world must see the truth. And the truth is Nnamdi Kanu has been denied access to proper food, health care, family, and basic human dignity. Today's trial isn't just about legal charges. It is about whether the system will allow a peaceful voice to be heard. What the DSS is hiding. Sources inside Abuja tell us that the DSS is deeply afraid not just of losing the case, but of what Cano may say if allowed to speak freely in court. They fear he may expose what he went through in custody. He may reveal secret recordings. He may tell the world how he was kidnapped from Kenya. They know that if Cano is allowed to talk, it could damage Nigeria's image internationally. That is why they try to control every second of his court appearance. But today, they may no longer have control. If Cano speaks today, the whole truth may finally come out. Are you still with us? Good, because things are about to get more intense. If you are watching this live, help us keep this video trending by clicking the like button now. And tell us in the comment, should Cano be granted bail today? Yes or no? Let your voice be heard. The three possible outcomes today. Let's break it down clearly. Today's court hearing could go in three directions. Option 1, the judge grant bail on health grounds and legal fairness. This will allow Cano to be transferred to a hospital. Option 2, the judge strikes out the case, declaring it an abuse of court process, especially if DSS fails to explain their disobedience. Option 3, the judge adjourns again, citing DSS on readiness or asking more time. But here's the truth. If the judge goes with option 3, public trust in the judiciary will collapse. If he chooses 1 or 2, it will be a victory for justice. Inside the courtroom, what's happening right now? Right now in Abuja, the courtroom is under tight security. Multiple reports confirm roads around the Federal High Court have been heavily manned by DSS operatives. Only a few journalists and lawyers are being allowed inside. Some IPOB supporters were seen around the area, but ordered to disappear quietly. As Cano enters the courtroom, all eyes will be on the judge's body language, the DSS attitude, and the interaction between Cano and his legal team. We are closely monitoring updates. If the judge makes a dramatic ruling, you will hear it first on this channel. But even the atmosphere in court right now tells us one thing: tension is at an all-time high. Everyone knows today is not a business as usual. Why the media is not allowed in? Here is what you need to know. For the past 6 trials, DSS has blocked media coverage. They lock out reporters. They seize phones. They keep the courtroom half empty, even when the public has a right to attend. Why? Because they don't want the world to see what is happening. If the media were allowed in, they would report how DSS handles Cano. They would show how the judge reacts to legal arguments, and they would expose whether justice is truly being served. But the fact that the media is banned tells us how one thing: they have something to hide. And if you are watching this video, you are the media. Keep sharing, keep watching. Let's break the blackout. What this means for Biafra, whether or not you are support Biafra, this trial will affect the entire Southeast. If Cano is free, many will see it as a moral victory and a step toward peaceful dialogue. It could reduce tension in Enugu, Imo, and Anambra. It may even encourage political leaders to engage IPOB more seriously. But if it's denied bail or the trial is dragged again, protests could return, anger will rise across the east, and IPOB factions may begin to doubt that peace is possible through courts. This is why today's outcome is not just about one man, it is about the future of millions. If you believe peace must come through justice, hit that share button now. Drop a comment. Justice delay is justice denied. And don't forget, subscribe and turn on the bell icon. Once we get official courtroom updates, you will be the first to hear it right here. Today's presiding judge is Justice James Omotosho. People are asking, will he be bold today? Sources say he is under pressure both from within government and from international observers. His decision today could end his legal legacy in glory or forever staying in the eyes of justice. All eyes are on him. He holds the pen that could rewrite freedom or continue oppression. What if DSS refuses to obey again? Let's not lie, even if the judge granted bail or give a release order, DSS has a history of disobedience. In 2021, a judge ordered Cano release. DSS ignored it. In 2022, the appeal court ruled against them. They appealed, then refused to obey in the meantime. Even when courts say Cano should be treated humanly, DSS acts otherwise. So here's the fear. What if the judge rules in Cano's favor today, but DSS refuses again? Then we are not dealing with a legal issue anymore. We are dealing with a breakdown of the rule of law. And if that happens, even the judge may be powerless. That is why today's trial is so sensitive, because even a win in court may not be the final word. Supporters speak voices from the street across Aba, Nnewi, and Port Harcourt. Young people are watching today's court hearing with emotional interest. In a recent street interview, one youth said, if Cano is not free, how can we believe the law works? Is this country only for the powerful? Others share their feeling. We don't want war, we want fairness. How can you detain someone for years without trial? Even criminals get faster trial than this. These voices are not rebels. They are ordinary citizens who feel betrayed by a system that once trusted. That is why Cano trial is bigger than IPOB. It is about whether justice exists. The truth about Cano's health, many people don't know this, but Cano's lawyer have raised concerns about his health condition multiple times. They reveal he suffers from heart-related complications. He has not received proper treatment while in DSS custody, and DSS keeps rejecting medical specialists recommended by the family. Even the UN advised that Nigeria should grant Cano access to medical care, consider his release for humanitarian reasons. So here is the big questions today. Will the court finally consider his health and grant bail on humanitarian groups? Or will the government continue to ignore the risk until it is too late? Whatever happens, the truth about Cano's health must not be hidden any longer. What happens after today? Final words. No matter the outcome today, a judgment bail or dismissal, one thing is clear: this is not the end. If Cano is released, the people will rejoice. The government will face international questions. And the moment will grow stronger through peace and law. If Cano is not released, the call for justice will grow louder. The world will increase pressure and Nigeria courts will lose more credibility. So whatever happens in court today, history will record it. And we the people will remember. What will happen in the next few minutes? Will Cano be released? Will justice speak louder than fear? We'll be the first to bring you the full update, but until then, share this video everywhere. Drop your comment, say it loud. Hashtag justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's stand together until this injustice ends.